What's up guys, MMAGAME here, bringing you another video. This video is going to be talking about some big news in MMA and even in boxing. I'm sure you guys know by the title. I'm going to be talking about Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather, and I want to know what you guys think about this fight in the comments. So go ahead and let me know, and I'm just going to give my whole take on the whole hype of this whole thing. And if you guys didn't know, I'll briefly break down some of the events. I've sort of been looking at all the different videos and whatnot, some interviews. So basically, Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather have been sort of mentioning each other's names a bunch lately through social media, different interviews. Floyd Mayweather has mentioned him. They're talking about $100 million. $50 million. Initially, it was like $7 million, and Conor keeps mentioning this fight, this boxing fight. So basically, everyone's saying it's got to be a boxing fight and all this stuff. And then recently today, we saw Nate Diaz and Ariel Helwani talk about this whole thing on his show. And Nate Diaz's opinion is this whole thing where they're talking about this fight is actually a publicity stunt to try to somehow force Nate into signing a fight or something like that. So you never know. And then you got Dana who went and met with Nate. Apparently it didn't go well, but then when he met with Conor, it went well. So what this all is going around is money. Obviously, Dana White and the Fertittas want to make money. Conor wants to make money, and Nate Diaz wants to make money. And then if Floyd Mayweather is even considered in this, obviously he wants to make money too. So everyone wants to make a bunch of money, and they're all trying to agree on something. So my whole thing is I would obviously love to see. I sort of do like those kind of crazy fights, those matchups. I would love to see Conor versus Floyd, but I don't actually think that it would happen because it would have to be a boxing match, because there's just no way Floyd will do MMA. I don't think anyone thinks that. So if it's a boxing match, I think Floyd Mayweather would just destroy him. I mean, if I'm being honest, I think Floyd Mayweather would piece him up completely, destroy him in a boxing match. And I think a lot of Conor's people, it's not really ashamed to admit that, because he's like the best boxer. So saying that you would lose to him isn't like, it's not even your sport, so it's not really that big of a thing. But obviously that wouldn't be the point. The point would be to make insane amounts of money, and I think that's what people really are not seeing with this. It's like there's an opportunity to make incredible amounts of money on both parties. So McGregor's not going to care if he loses to Floyd. He's not going to care at all. I mean, if there's even a small chance of this, which another interview came out where he said that the fight's scheduled for September and all this stuff, which, I mean, I don't know about that. There's no way to know if any of this is true. It's basically all rumors at this point, but there's a bunch of talk. So let me know in the comments if you think this is anything more than rumors. How valid do you think all this talk is? And just like percent-wise, if you guys are going to choose a percent of this is going to fight what actually happened in a boxing match, with everyone coming to terms, I would say the chances are, I'd give it maybe a 25% chance at this point, if that. I think it's pretty small, but that's just me. Let me know what you guys think, if it'll even happen. I think the big thing people are missing with this is it's not about who's going to win or if Conor has a chance at winning. Conor's trying to make the most money. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, he said it. He's trying to get in, get rich, and get out. So obviously he's going to target the guy who is the biggest pay-per-view draw ever, Floyd Mayweather, and they're going to try to make a super fight. And maybe they might not do it this year, but I do see it possibly happening later on the line, especially if Conor is able to get out of his UFC contract, or I don't know how many fights are left on his contract. If you guys know that, let me know that in the comments. But as far as when he's with Zuffa, I just see it really, really hard to actually happen with that. I think Nate Diaz is actually onto something. I think it is more of a publicity stunt just for hype, just to sort of promote both guys, because either way, even if the fight doesn't happen, all this talk about these guys is going to raise both of their stock, basically, keeping them in the media, keeping each other's name. They're sort of just boosting each other up, and then by default, the UFC gets boosted up. So honestly, I really just want to see Nate versus Conor too. I really want to see that fight, and I really hope to see that fight. And yeah, that is what I want. That's what I think is going to happen. I hope they can come to an agreement on that and at least get that fight done, because I do think Conor needs to stay active, as active as possible. So we're just going to have to wait and see in the coming days. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, leave all your comments about this issue in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more MMA news type things from me, go ahead and leave a like on this video and follow me on twitch.tv and Twitter. Till next time, this has been MMA Game.
Sometimes you've got to do what's right for you and not do what's right for everybody else.
Peace.